Yeah, yes. So let's continue with object oriented programming. Last class, just I explained you how to create a class and how to add methods to a class. And we have seen some access modifiers examples like private, public, and internal, these three. So now let us go and do this task, whatever is given. You might be doing it in you might be created a class called wish inside the namespace, right? But now I will do how do we do it in real time. So instead of creating the class, I mean two classes inside the same namespace in one file, we will create two files in the same namespace, guys. Let me show you. So I'm creating a new project now. Demo OOP1 was the previous one, right? Now I'm giving it as demo OOP2. So what are we doing now? The about task, how do we do it? So we have two classes, right? As soon as you create a project, for example, my project name is demo underscore OOP2. Like this I gave it. That is my name of the project, or you can say namespace. It will create a namespace with the project name what you are giving. And inside this, by default, what will be there? Program.cs. A C sharp file will be there. It is a file, guys. C sharp file. Source code. Okay. Source code will be there in this file called program.cs. In addition to that, I'm creating one more file called wish.cs. This is said to be an extra class. So what is this? This is said to be main class. Program class will have main class, means program class program will be there. Inside that we have main method. But this wish.cs is extra class. Like this, you may have multiple classes, guys. Right now we have only wish.cs and program.cs. But in a real-time project, you will have so many .cs files together in one namespace called whatever namespace project name you are giving. That is nothing but namespace name. So let us try to do it in real-time style. How do we do it? Okay. So our project is getting created now. Console application .NET framework I'm selecting. Click on next. My project name is demo underscore O2, like this I'm giving. Click on create. This way you need to do it, guys. Okay. So you have to create extra class by adding new C sharp file, and then we will add our code there itself. Okay. So what is the rule actually? The name of the class and the file name should be same actually. It is highly recommended, guys. Of course you can give any other name. Instead of wish.cs you can say second.cs, okay, or any other name you can give it. But the highly recommended naming convention is we should give class name and file name should be same. Okay, my project is ready. I created a project. Let's look at the structure of our folder structure. You can see here solution explorer. See here we have some files available already. Let's look at the file structure, folder structure, how many folders or files we have. See this, guys, my project is having a solution, guys. Solution, under one solution you may have multiple projects. Right now we have only one project under the solution called demo 2. The project name itself as demo 2. Same name is given for both actually at the time of creating. If you want to change solution name different, you can give it actually. That I'll tell you in upcoming sessions. No worry. So now what are we doing? We are adding in how many files we have. Just we have program.cs. Of course we have other references and these are all properties will be there. But as of now in our project root level we have program.cs, only one file that contains main method. Okay. Now we need to add one more class inside the project. How to add it? Just right click on the project, not on the solution, guys. Only on the project name you need to right click and go to something called add option is there. Select add. In that you can select new item or news file also will be there. C sharp file will also be there. You can select that new class like that. So here I'm directly selecting new item class. I'm selecting, and what is the class name? It is asking class1.cs. By default it is giving. but my class name is wish, so that I'm giving wish.cs. Okay, so you need to click on add. Okay, see this guys, I right clicked on it. Again I'm showing one more time. So I right clicked on the project, I choose this add option. You can directly select class here, or you can select new item here. Okay, I'm selecting new item. In new item we have so many things. Select the class, and the class name is wish.cs. That is what I'm typing. Just click on add button after typing the class name. So I'm selecting the name of the class as wish, w capital letter as per the naming convention, so that I gave wish.cs. Click on add button. Now your class is ready. So we got a new class, guys. See this, we are in, you can see here the leftmost corner we have two tabs: program.cs, wish.cs. So just click on save all button, all files will be saved from the current project. So in wish.cs you can write your code. So what do you write here? Here I'm writing three methods. What is the question actually? So you should have uh, four methods, right? Morning, afternoon, evening and night. Okay, so let's add four methods in the class itself. Let's go back to our Visual Studio, I mean our class called wish. Here I'm writing public void morning. Okay, morning is my first method. Here I'm writing console.writeLine good morning. That is the message I'm giving. Next, second method, public void afternoon. So here I'm writing CW double tab good afternoon, and then public void evening. So here I'm writing console.writeLine good evening. This is the way you need to write it, guys. Should create a separate class. I mean, you need to add a separate .cs file. Inside the .cs file, I mean the class name and the file name should be same, guys. That is the mostly recommended model. So I created wish.cs, and then inside that you can add multiple methods. Okay, good evening, and we have one more method required, that is called night. Okay, that is good night. Console.writeLine good night. So like this I have methods, four methods. My class name is wish. So where is wish class available? It is available in a file called wish.cs. Wish.cs. Where is my main method available? Program.cs. We have two files. Okay, now I need to go to program.cs. If you run this program, guys, you will not get any output. You know why? Build started, actually here it is starting build succeeded you might be getting, but you will not get any output because I have a class, I have some methods, but I did not see, guys. Build succeeded, it is running, you will not get any output. Okay, so why output is not coming? Because we created a class, I mean defining a class is over, but there is no object created for the class, and we have to call the methods object creation after object creation and all. So what to do? Since you want to see the output, right, go to program.cs. Execution starts from main method, or will it start wish class? Execution will be starts from where, guys?
Main method.
From main method it will start, right? So you cannot run this one directly, so we should go to program main method. Here we need to create object of the class, that is wish w is equal to new wish. We have created object. Sir, how can we access wish class inside this? Wish class is there in other file, sir. How we are able to create object? It is not physically available here because what is the namespace name? Demo underscore OOP2. You go to wish.cs. What is the namespace name? This is also demo underscore OOP2. Both are in the same namespace, so there is no problem. Namespace is a collection of classes, I told you, right? In one namespace called demo underscore OOP2, we have two classes, wish class and program.cs. yes, we are able to access it. That is the reason. Okay, so wish w is equal to new wish, creating object is done, creating object or instantiation, and then we need to call the methods. How to call morning method, guys? Come on, guys, how to call morning method? Yeah, tell me, guys, how to call morning method? Yeah, w dot morning. Very good. So we need to do that. So let's go back to our code. W dot morning. See, guys, when you're typing w dot, it will come automatically. If it is not coming, means there is a problem with our code. We forgot to add access modifier public or something like that. So then w dot afternoon, I'm calling next method. W dot evening. Okay. So w dot night. Like this, you can call anything. Okay. Yeah. Now what I'm saying, console dot read key. Just I wanted to wait the output for some time. So now what you need to do for the same project, uh, according to the time you need to wish automatically. Suppose you should take the time from the system automatically, or you do in two steps, guys. First one is, right now I'm running it, guys. You will get the output. After getting output, I'll give you a small task on the same thing so that you can try it out. See, guys, I got all the messages. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Sir, why are you calling all of them, sir? Should today, now it is evening only, right? We should call it as good evening. Why are you calling all these methods together? So in that case, what I'm doing is, you can try. You should ask the user what is time now. Okay, according to the time, I mean, it can be 24 hours time or whatever, guys. If it is 24 hours time, is 12 plus, 8, 20, right? 20, 55, like that it will be. So if the time is after 12 o'clock, okay, up to 4 o'clock, you can say afternoon. No, it's 4 o'clock, right? 4 to, up to 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock, I mean, up to where we are not going to bed, right? So up to 9 or 10, you can say good evening. Okay, and then finally after 10 o'clock, you can say good night. So like this, you can try another task. So one is, you are asking the user for time manually. Ask the user to enter time, what is time now, like that. Suppose if I enter 9 or 24 hours format, for easiness I can say 24 hours format. Suppose if I say 20, means you can say good evening. If I say 10 o'clock, 22, 22 hours, right? 10 o'clock, 22, 22 means you need to say good night. Okay, if morning 6 or before, up to 11 o'clock, you can say, I mean before 12 up to 11, you can say morning, good morning. Okay, 12 to like that, you can keep some time, guys. 12 to 4 is afternoon, 4 to 10 is evening, like that you can fix some time here. So 0 hour. Okay, you can say, okay, morning anytime, morning 1 o'clock. Okay, 1 to afternoon 11 o'clock, you can say good morning. Okay, midnight 1 to 1 a.m., or you can say 12 a.m. to 11 a.m. Okay, 12 p.m. to good afternoon, 12 p.m. to good afternoon, up to 3 p.m. 4 o'clock onwards, evening, up to 10 p.m. So after 10, you can say good night. 10 good night. This is what I'm expecting, guys. One is, you are asking the user time manually. If user gave 9 a.m. or 9 o'clock, like that, I mean 24 hours format, you go, guys. Like this is 12 to 0 hour, right? It is 0 hour, 0 to 11. 24 hours format is easy for you to go. This is 12 to 3, and up to 12 o'clock. Okay, 12 to 12 plus 3, 15, huh? Yeah, up to 15 p.m. This is 16 p.m. to 16 o'clock, I mean 16 hour AM PM is not there because it is 24-hour format, right? There is no AM PM. Guys, are you understanding? 16 to 10 o'clock means 20. 16 to 20 hours. It is good evening. Yeah. 22, right? 22 means 10. Correct. 10. 22 after, like 23 later, good night. 23 to 24. 24 hours means 0 hour. Okay. That is good night. Like this you need to do. So you should ask a number from user. The number should be between 0 to 24. Okay, then you need to do it. This is one task. You need to accept number from user, and you have to say good morning or good afternoon, good evening or good night. That is the task using object oriented programming. Task 1, accept time in 24-hour format. 24-hour format, 0 to 24, and display good morning message or good afternoon or good evening or good night. Okay, second one, you do the same thing but do not ask the user for time. If I run the program in the morning, you have to say good morning. If I run the program in 12 to 4 in between, you have to say good afternoon. If I mean up to 12 to 3, if 4 o'clock between evening 4 to up to 10 o'clock, you have to say good evening. 10 later, you have to say good night. That you need to do. How to do it? We have a predefined class called date time class. A date time, guys, date time class is there. With that, you can do it actually. Okay. So now what are we doing? Use date time class in, I mean predefined class in C sharp, and say good morning or good afternoon or good night according to the time, system's time. Okay, system's time, you can do it. This is what you need to study on your own, guys. So I'll tell you how to use datetime class now in simple terms. You try the remaining part. Let me show you how to use datetime class. So working with the datetime class, how this predefined class will be used. It's a predefined class, guys. I'll show you how to use it so that you can try this. Suppose I want to display today's date and time, guys. How to do that? So let me copy paste this example. So how many files we have in this program, guys? How many files we have? In this project, how many files we have? Two. Very good. What are they? Their names. Wish.cs, very good. And program.cs, very good. So like this, we have two files. Like this, in every project, real-time projects, very good now. So in every real-time project, we should have one main class, that is program.cs, followed by extra classes. Depends upon the requirement, we can add multiple classes. Okay, so this is what real-time model, guys. Okay, real-time, everybody will add multiple classes. So let me write the code. This is object-oriented programming. So what are we doing? Creating a wish class. So what are we doing? We are creating object of wish class and calling methods. Here we are calling methods. Let's go to wish.cs. Let me copy this code, guys. I'm pasting it in our notes. After that, I'll show you what you call date time class. Okay. So let us paste this. What is this program? This is wish.cs. Okay, and then we need to create a second file, that is said to be program.cs. It's already there actually, just you need to copy paste the code what we have written extra, program.cs. Yeah, so these are the two classes we have in one project. So here after, if you are working with any exam, guys, sometimes they're asking you to do it lab test. They'll give you a task that you need to do in your laptop, or they will give you a system, they'll ask you to do it. In that situation, you have to use the same model, guys. Okay, same model you need to use. You need to create a new project, and then you need to continue new project. Add two, or minimum two classes. One is program.cs, by default will be there. Another one is your extra class, whatever is purpose, like wish class or whatever class you want. Student.cs, employee.cs, like that we need to create multiple classes. Okay, so now let's see date time class how to use. Okay, so let me go to a new project, go to file, close solution, creating a new project. This time I'm not adding extra file, just to demonstrate how datetime class is useful for us. So we are creating a new class, new project, console application.framework, and here what I'm giving is uh, date time, demo date time, like that. I'm giving project name demo date time class. Click on create. So we are creating object called datetime class, and we are going to call so many predefined methods are there, guys. Those methods we need to practice. So where you will get time also, current time also you are able to see. Okay. So let me show you now how to use this datetime class demo. Comment is always recommended because you should know what you are doing, right? So how to write it? Date time. See guys, it's coming automatically. D is equal to new date time. Now what is this? D object contains uh, complete date and time, guys. How to display that? Console.writeLine D data to string. Okay, like this you can do it, guys. You can get it. So like this you can do it, or directly instead of writing like this, you can also write date time dot now dot to string. Like that also can do it. Okay. This is one way. Let me write like this. The easiest way is date time dot now dot to string. So instead of writing this many lines, date time dot now means present dot to string. It will give you today's date and time completely, guys, to display current date and time. Okay, systems date and time. Systems date and time. As of now, what is the time? 9:06. Like that it will display, and today's date also it will display 25 2020, 20th May 2026. That will also be displayed. You can see here both the date and time will be displayed. So what is there in your systems or laptops date and time, that will be displayed. You can see now. See the output, guys. So it is showing date and time as per today. So date time dot now dot post. Where is it? Oh, I forgot to keep it in console.writeLine. Right, sorry. Console.writeLine. Inside that you need to give it date time dot now dot post. Let's run it and check it out. Now you will be getting it. So see guys, you are getting date and time together. See guys, 20:05 2026 9:07 39 p.m. like that you are getting it. But I want only times, or what to do? I want only date, I want only month, I want only year. Yes, we have that also. How to get the month or date or time or something like that. That you will be getting is here. I'm writing for the sake of understanding. What is this? Date and time will be coming. If you say date time dot now dot post. So I want only date, only date. So what to do? Date time dot is a predefined class dot now dot uh, like short, I mean two short date string. When you say this, you will get only date, guys. You can see in the next second line you will get only date. So you need to by heart date time dot now dot to string will give you complete date and month. So you will see the date followed by month. Sorry, date followed by uh, full date followed by time. But here you can see only date is coming. So if you want only data, you can say date time dot now dot to short date string. You can see here date time dot now dot to short date string. Okay, so this is now dot to string. If you say to string, you'll get both date and time together. If you want only date, like 20th, I want what to do, date time dot now dot date. Only today's date will be displayed. Only day, day of the current day. What is day? 20th day in this current month. 20th day. See guys, the day is, oh, it is giving completely what I gave you now. Oh, sorry, now dot day, sorry, day, now dot day. Day means current day of the in the date, what is the day? 20th. So you will get 20th. Same way month guys, same way year. Okay, like that you can split it. Instead of getting complete date, you want only the current day of the month and current month, current year. Come on guys, tell me how to get the month now. Month, I want to display month. What should I write? Any guess from you people? Date time dot now dot
Month.
month. Very good. So you are writing like that. Date time dot now dot month. You will get only month. Same way year. Year also can get it. Just date time dot now dot year. Same way you can get time also guys. Again time also, inside time you will have hour, minute and seconds. Hours, minutes and seconds. So here I'm displaying year. Okay. So now let's go for time. How to display time? Date time dot now dot, okay, uh, to local time long time string. You can see long time string. You will get the complete long time string. You will get complete time. Hours, minutes, seconds, including milliseconds also it will give you guys. Oh, milliseconds is not given actually. I mean PM like that. 9, 11, 26. So now what I want to do, I want to get only hour guys. So same way you can get hour as well as minute as well as seconds. Console dot write line hour, date time dot now dot hour. See guys, hour means you'll get hour. Same way minutes. Okay, like this you can get it with the help of date time class. So date time class will give you all the you know date and time related things. Okay, hours, minutes, right? Minutes, yeah, minute. So like this you can get it. Let me run it and check it out. So you will see 9 and 12. 9 for hour and minutes 12 minutes. See guys, I mean it is giving in 24-hour format. 21 hour. 21 hour means 9, right? Minutes is 12. Like that it is giving. Okay. So that is the way you can see date time class usage guys. Is it clear everybody? So now what to do? You should not ask the user for tell me what is time now. Since you are getting it with the help of datetime dot now dot hour, right? Use it, keep it in a variable, integer variable, and then write if condition. If the time is between morning, I mean 0 to 11 a.m., 0 to 11, then you say good morning automatically. Like that you can use this datetime dot now dot hour, take an integer variable, excuse me, integer hour, like that is equal to datetime now dot hour. It might be in object format that you need to convert into integer by using convert dot to int 32. You can convert it and then you can check it out. Okay, So that you need to try, guys. So I told you this date time class example, working with date and time, and in future we will use it in upcoming sessions. When we go to ASP.NET, we will see how to use it. I'll tell you. So right now, you need to practice these tasks. Okay, two tasks you can do. One is you should ask the hour in 24-hour format, 0 to 24, whatever number user will give. That you need to display good morning or good afternoon or good evening, depends upon the hour. Second one is user will not give anything. Just you need to, you know, okay. Let us accept name from user. Name you need to ask. Accept name from user, and okay, and use data in class to get the time whatever is there in the system, and say good morning or good afternoon, good evening according to the system's time. So you should take name like Prakash. I entered my name, then automatically after giving name, whenever I press enter after typing Prakash enter, you have to say good evening Prakash, because it is 9 o'clock, right? Evening. Okay, good evening you have to say. If I open and run the program at afternoon in midday, so it should be giving message as good afternoon. If I open it in the morning and run it, it should give me good morning, like that. So that you need to do with the help of this one. So you try on your own, guys. First, if you are getting any errors, you can take the help of ChatGPT or Copilot and try this. Okay, that's all about this one. Let's go for another example. That is, we are accepting two numbers from user, and we need to calculate sum of two numbers using object oriented programming. So how to do that? Okay, yeah. Okay, my class name is sum, guys. What is the program? So task is accept, we should accept what? Two numbers from user and display the sum of two numbers using object oriented programming, using classes and object. I say OOP means you need to understand that it is a class and object. So how to do this? So let's get started, guys. So first we are creating a class. What do? We'll create a class called sum. Class name is sum. Inside this we have to take two member classes. Okay, member variables, private number one, integer, sorry, private integer num1 num2, two numbers. And you have to take two methods. What is the first method? Public void. You have to take as void, or public void is always recommended because it is not accessible if you don't add public. So public void accept numbers. Okay, or I can say accept. My method name is accept. You need to take two numbers, like whatever values user is giving, I need to store and I need to write here. And finally I need to display sum, right? For that, uh, I'm taking another method called a display sum method. Okay, I can say display instead of display sum. I'm writing display. Display means just you are printing the sum of the two numbers whatever we have calculated here. Here accept method is accepting, or you can write three methods. Calculate also will be there, one more method, public void calculate. So accept method is exclusively accepting two numbers, calci method is calculating sum of two numbers, and display method is displaying the sum of two numbers which is already calculated. So we should take three variables: accept, public private integer num1 num2 and a sum, or let's say total. Let's say total because my class name is sum, right? Again, variable name sum is not good, so that I'm taking total. Variable name is total. Now, so this is a method called accept, this is another method called calci, another method called display. Now there is a concept called member variables and variables or data members, guys. I told you member variables or data members. Member variables and local variables. What are these? This terminology you need to remember, guys. So what are member variables and local variables? So any variables which are inside your method, inside the class, member variables means are inside the class, they are inside the class, outside of all the methods. Those are called as member variables. These are accessible throughout the class, means in all the throughout the class. That means in all methods you are able to access. That is what member variables are all about. Is it clear, everybody? So what are member variables? They are inside the class but outside of all the methods. So you are creating a variables. Here we have three member variables. What are the variables? Num1, num2, num3. What are these three? These three are member variables. What are member variables? I can access num1, num2, num3 inside accept method, inside calc method, inside display method. So these are called as member variables. Now I'm creating a variable here, integer x. It can be anywhere, guys. I may create here also integer x comma y like this parameters. Integer x comma integer y like that. I can take parameters like this. Or you can declare variable integer z like this. Z is equal to something like this, 0 or 10 or something like this. Now we have three variables like integer x, y, z. These three are inside the method called accept. So these are called as local variables. So these are member variables which are defined inside the class but outside of all the methods. But x, y, z are local variables. What is meant by local variables? These cannot be accessible everywhere. These are accessible, x, y, z are accessible only inside accept method. Same way you can have any other variable here. Suppose I took a variable called p, pq or something like that. Let us say p I have taken, p value is equal to 20. Now what is p here is a local variable. Can I access p in the accept method? Can I access p variable in accept method? No. Why? Because it's a local variable. Is it clear, everybody? So I cannot access z. Yeah, z variable also I cannot access. I cannot access z variable inside calc method. I cannot access p variable inside accept method. And xy cannot be accessible in calc method. Xy cannot be accessible in display method. So this is what you need to remember. These are all called as local variables. The variables which are used as parameters or any variable which is declared inside the method are called as local variables. Those are accessible within the method only. Once you come out of the method, they are not able to access. But coming to member variables which are inside the class but outside of all the methods, so these are called as member variables or data members. These can be accessible across the entire class. That is the point we need to know. Okay, so let's get started. And what are local variables? Second category. First category we have seen just now. Second category variables are local variables. What are they? These are declared inside the methods. Declared inside the method, and they are accessible or their scope is limited to only that method. They are not accessible outside the method. That's it. Okay, these are called as local variables. So method parameters, any parameters you are declaring, guys, right, those are also set to be local variable. Method parameters are also has, they have local scope. Those are also local variables. Method parameter. Inside the method, whatever variables you are declaring, those are also called as local variables. Okay, these are the two important topics, points you need to remember, guys. So sometimes you may be having question yourself that why are we declaring variables inside the class, okay, and why are we assigning the values, okay, so that you will understand. Now let's go to our program, create a new project. Let's do the same example, sum of two numbers using object oriented programming. So we are creating new project. So here, how many classes files I need to create, guys? C sharp files. Some class is there and program class is there. So we should create two files. Of course, by default, program.cs will be created. We need to create extra file called sum.cs, and there we need to write this entire class and accept calc display methods. Okay, let us do that. So, oops, I think this is yeah. So let's go to file and go to file, close solution. The project is closed. We are creating a new project. Create new project. Console app.full framework. Next. Here I'm giving as demo underscore OOP3. Click on create. Okay. So now what are we doing, guys? We are creating a class. Right click on the project, add class. The class name is I'm giving as sum.cs, and you need to create the remaining methods, guys. Some product like that you go for your own. Sum.cs is ready, and here what I'm writing, private integer num1 num2 and a tot means total, or you can say total directly, it's your wish. Now take a method. What is the method name? Public void accept, where I need to take two numbers from the user. So how to take two numbers? So integer x and y, we are taking two parameters, integer x comma integer y, two parameters. This x value I need to store into num1, y value I need to store into num2. So how to do that? Num1 equal to x, num2 equal to y. That's it. User will pass two numbers, guys. For example, user is passing 10, 20. 10 will be coming to x and 20 will be coming to y. So this I need to store in num1, num2. That is the reason 10 x value I am assigning to num1 and y value I am assigning to num2. So what is the next one? We are creating one more method called calc for the sake of calculation. So what should I calculate? I need to calculate the sum of two numbers, where I'm storing in the total variable. So I'm using total variable because see, guys, num1, num2 are accessible here because they are member variables you can access. But here I cannot say x plus y. I cannot say. See, guys, total variable is there. I'm creating total is total. I'm able to access because it is a member variable. And can I say x plus y here? I'm getting error. Why I'm getting x plus y error? Because you these x y's are local variables of accept method. I can only access them inside accept method. Then how to get the values of my xy, whatever user is passing? X value I stored in num1, y value I stored in num2, because these two are member variables. So now I can say directly num1 plus num2. That is the way we can write it. Yes, we got the total, no error. Now we are writing display method, public void display. We are defining display method. So what should I write here? First I want to print num1 value. Num1 is equal to plus num1. Generally we have to use this keyword, guys. I'll tell you this keyword later. Right now I'm telling you normally. Num2 is equal to plus num2 value and printing. Finally I need to print the sum of two numbers, right? Sum is equal to plus sum, sorry, total, total, right? Variable name is total. That is the way I have created. So done, guys. It's very simple. Okay, but the code looks like lengthy, sir. Why do we write this much code to calculate sum of two numbers? Directly we can calculate, right? Of course we can calculate, but this is the way that we need to write in real time. When you go to projects, people will write like this. Why do we write all this stuff, this much lengthy and all? We'll see when you go to upcoming applications, real time projects. You will understand real time apps. When we are doing, you will understand why do we write this much lengthy code. Okay, so we have a class called sum, in which we have member variables. Let me write here comment member variables or data members. This is defining some class. Some class we are defining here, and these are methods. Okay, defining methods or member functions. Okay, xy are local variables. We are initializing, we are accepting values here. We are calculating value sum of two numbers. Here we are displaying result. Okay, so I'm not writing comments for every method, since you got the idea. Now what to do, we need to go to the actual class called program class. So go to program.cs, and here create the object of some class. How to create? Creating object of some class. How to create? Sum s is equal to new sum. It is awesome, it's ready. Okay, object is created. What to do? How to call the methods, guys? Please tell me. I want to call accept method. How to call? Yes, dot accept. Very good. So can I call empty, or I need to pass any values? We have to pass some values, because accept is having two parameters, right? You need to pass some values. Like I'm passing 10 and a 20. Then there is no error. Now you need to call s dot calc, which will calculate the sum of two numbers. Now finally sum s dot display. It will display the sum of two numbers. And you can say here a comment line calling methods. And finally, we are just stopping the program console.log. Just run it and test it now. See guys, we have created a class called sum. Inside sum class we have member variables, and then we have three methods. I wrote it. One method is accepting two numbers and initializing into num1 num2. Second method is calculating sum of two numbers and storing in total variable. Third method is displaying the result. That's it. You came to program class, created object of the sum class, and then called all the methods. Okay, and we have passed the values also. No, sir, I want to ask the user at runtime. You can ask the user at runtime. Take two variables like a and b, ask the user for two values, and pass a comma b here instead of 10 comma 20. So see the output, guys. We have num1 value 20, 10, num2 value 20, and some value equal to 30. So that is the way you can work with the object oriented programming. So let's copy paste this in our notes. The first one. So what is this? Sum.cs. Second one is program.cs. So when you are practicing, guys, please do in the same style so that you'll understand the real-time model. Of course, you can do it in a single class, but I recommend you to follow the same thing, guys. So you can increase the font size if you want to see more clearly. 14.5, right? We'll do the same. Yeah. So like this, you can have object-oriented programming style. So we should have minimum one class, that is program.cs, plus extra class is depends upon the requirement. We have to create another class and we have to call all the methods. Okay, so far so good. And what you need to do, you need to create a class called your tasks, guys. Create a class called I'm not telling class name, you need to go ahead according to that. So task number 3, I think so, yeah, 3. uh, uh, accept two numbers and display the product of two numbers using a class, using classes, using OOP. I'm saying so that you can understand object oriented program is you need to create product class and program.cs program class will be there, creating object, all the stuff you know, right? To do it. Task number 4. What is the fourth one? uh, Area of circle you need to do, guys. How to do using object oriented programming you need to do. Task number 4, 5, area and perimeter, both area and perimeter of rectangle. Take only one class and finish it. Do not take two classes. Okay. Draw of rectangle. Okay. And just simple calculating student total and average, guys. Okay. Total and average of student. So you try all these things. One more thing is I think we did the salary, employee salary, right? Accepting employee ID name, basic salary, TADA, HRA. Okay. Calculate employee payslip using object oriented programming. You need to create employee class and you need to create all the variables whatever required and try to do it using object oriented programming. So is it clear everybody? Yes, stopping the recording now.